This is the host with the Wednesday Season 2 Episode 3 Recap, Call of the Woe. Let's get into it! Picking up after the events of the previous episode, Eugene has brought back the piranha plant from the swamp to his dorm room, where he is attempting to care for it by feeding it only lettuce. But the plant is not thriving. It appears to be rather ill. Wednesday, meanwhile, is still suffering from her lack of visions and powers. She is trying everything she can think of to try to bring them back. She is reading books on how to enhance psychic abilities, though they all seem to have pretty ridiculous sounding advice, like staring at your reflection for hours or having sex in an abandoned mausoleum. She eventually decides that she needs to get out of the library and take a walk. As she walks around town, she comes across a group of children dressed as ghouls and goblins and holding signs begging for candy. Although she doesn't really feel like celebrating, she decides to go along with it and hand out candy to the children. The kids are suspicious of her at first, but once they realize that she's handing out full-size candy bars, they become enamored with her. Wednesday gives out all of her candy and then realizes that this is actually a good way to gain favor with people. You just have to give them what they want. Maybe she can use this to help find the mastermind behind the Hyde monster attacks. As Wednesday is thinking about ways she can trick people into helping her, Eugene bursts into the dorm room in a panic. He tells her that the plant is dying. He's tried everything, and nothing seems to be working. Wednesday tries to look at the plant and see if she can figure out what's wrong with it using her powers, but she still can't see anything. As she looks closer, she notices something strange. The leaves look very similar to those of a different type of plant, one that grows naturally in the Nevermore dormitories. Wednesday rushes over to the window to check if there are any signs of that other plant growing on it. And sure enough, there is one small leaf. She immediately prunes it off and brings it to the piranha plant. The piranha perks up and seems much better after smelling the leaf. Turns out, the piranha plant wasn't sick. It was just homesick. Wednesday learns a valuable lesson about friendship and empathy, and also about the dangers of Nevermore's dorms. Apparently, piranhas will eat their own leaves when they're feeling down, which can be fatal. So if Eugene had let the piranha keep eating its own leaves, it would have died. The next day at school, Wednesday announces that she has figured out how to stop the Hyde attacks. She wants everyone to dress up as their favorite monster and then go out into town so they can hand out candy to the children. Everyone is skeptical, but decides to go along with it. Thing 1 and Thing to show up as a conjoined twin monster. Tyler is dressed as a werewolf, but nobody else seems to want to participate. Wednesday finds Enid and asks if she dress up and go trick-or-treating with her, but Enid says that she's too busy getting ready for the Raven Dance, which is happening that night. The Raven Dance is a big dance where students can let loose and dance the night away without being judged. All the students are excited for it, except for Wednesday. She goes back to the dorm room and runs into Marilyn, who is dressed as a fairy. Marilyn tells Wednesday that she's going to the Raven Dance and invites her to come along. Wednesday refuses, saying that she has things to do. Marilyn warns her not to stay in the dorm room alone, but Wednesday doesn't listen and stays in the room with the door barricaded shut. As the night wears on, though, Wednesday begins to regret her decision. She hears music and laughter coming from the dance and longs to be a part of it. She looks out the window and sees that everyone is having fun. Even Eugene is there, and he looks happy. Wednesday feels bad that she's being selfish and ruining everyone's fun. So she gets dressed and heads down to the dance. Just as she's about to leave, she sees a vision of Tyler. He's standing in the middle of the forest and he's talking to someone. She can't hear what he's saying, but she knows that he's in danger. Wednesday immediately leaves the Raven Dance and goes to find him. Meanwhile, at the dance, Marilyn is having a great time. She dances with two guys at the same time and then takes a break to get some food. She goes to the snack table and grabs a plate of cookies. Just then, a mysterious woman dressed in black walks up behind her and offers to buy her a drink. Marilyn says, "Yes!" And the two women head over to the punch bowl. As they talk, the woman compliments Marilyn on her costume and asks her where she got it. Marilyn tells her that she designed it herself, and the woman says that she has something similar back home. She reaches out to touch Marilyn's arm, and Marilyn recoils in pain. The woman is shocked and asks, "What's wrong?" Marilyn says that she has a skin condition, and the woman apologizes and backs away. Marilyn takes a sip of her drink, and suddenly she starts convulsing. The woman in black watches with amusement and takes a sip of her own drink. It's revealed that the woman is actually Rowan Laszlo, the principal of Nevermore. She is the one who put the drug in Marilyn's drink. Back at the dorm room, Wednesday is looking through Tyler's things, trying to find a clue as to where he went. She finds a book on werewolves and realizes that Tyler must have gone to the Whispering Pine Forest. Wednesday arrives at the forest just as a full moon is rising. She sneaks around until she finds Tyler. He's sitting on a log and he looks scared. Wednesday asks him what's wrong, and Tyler tells her that he's never been good at controlling his transformations. He says that sometimes when the moon is full, he can't control his urges and he might hurt someone. Wednesday tells him not to worry because she's there to protect him. She draws her sword and gets ready to fight whatever monster shows up. Suddenly, Tyler transforms into the Hide Monster. Wednesday is shocked. She thought that Tyler was the mastermind behind the attacks, but it turns out that he's actually the monster. Tyler tries to attack Wednesday, but she dodges his attacks and manages to wound him. Tyler runs off into the forest, and Wednesday follows after him. She wants to stop him from hurting anyone else. Enid, Eugene, and the rest of the gang show up at the forest and start looking for Wednesday. They're worried that she's been taken by the Hide Monster, but they don't know that she's actually following it. Meanwhile, Wednesday is hot on the trail of the Hide Monster. She finally catches up to him and confronts him. The two fight, and Wednesday manages to wound him again. But before she can finish him off, he transforms back into Tyler. Wednesday is shocked and horrified. She didn't know that Tyler was the Hide Monster all along. Tyler begs Wednesday not to tell anyone what happened tonight. He says that if the other students knew that he was the Hide Monster, they would never let him live. Wednesday thinks about what Tyler said and realizes that she has a choice to make. She could expose Tyler and end his life as a monster. But in doing so, she would also be destroying his chance at a normal human life. Or she could keep his secret and risk more people getting hurt. In the end, Wednesday chooses to spare Tyler and keep his secret. She helps him clean up his wounds, and the two share a kiss. And that's the end of Season 2, Episode 3, Call of the Woe. What did you think of the episode? Let me know in the comments below. That's it for this video, and I'll catch you next time.